WMBD is your local election headquarters. The Democratic primary for Illinois' 17th Congressional District is one of the most highly contested races for the June primaries. Our Matt Sheehan introduces us to Angie Normoyle in this week's On the Record.
Well, for those of our viewers who haven't met you yet, give us a little background on who you are and why you chose to run for Congress.
I am currently based in the Quad Cities. I live in Moline. I've been there for about the last 23 years. I've raised my family there. I teach at Augustana College, and I've been involved in local government. And those experiences prompted me to step into the race when the seat was open.
All right, well, tell us about your time as a professor. What have you learned there that prepared you to run to be a congresswoman?
Well, communication is my area of study. I study decision making and organizational communication, so hopefully those skills would be useful in Congress. But really, the part of being a professor that has made a difference is the connection with our young people. And over time, I've seen how many young people, as opposed to when I first started my career, are starting to worry about the future. How am I going to finish up school and not be too deeply in debt? Am I going to be able to find a job that supports me and perhaps a family? I'd love to get married and maybe have a couple of kids. How will I afford a home? Health care. So seeing the change over the last 20 years in our society and the worries that our young people have was one of the things that did motivate me to step into politics, because we can make things better, but we need to make some changes so that families can thrive in this community.
Well, staying in that realm, education, student loans are a big topic right now.
Yep.
There's discussion, should we cancel them, cancel how much? What's your stance on this?
Already we've canceled student loans for those students who were basically taken advantage of by for-profit colleges who weren't really delivering the product that they said they were going to. So we should continue to look for those kinds of circumstances. We also have some really effective programs for canceling loans when students go into public service. However, the way those are managed right now, sometimes the intent does not deliver, so fixing those. And then the final thing that I would like to do is, and President Biden recently introduced some talking points about this, is for the Pell Grant. When the Pell Grant was introduced 50 years ago, it covered 80% of the cost of a four-year education at a state-level school. And over the years, those grants have not kept up, and it's now down to 30%. So the Pell Grant strikes me as a really great opportunity. It's a program we already have in place. We know it works. To increase that funding in the Pell Grant, that would be a big assist to our students.
Well, let's talk about your main priorities if elected to Congress. What are you hoping to accomplish if you're our next U.S. rep?
We have lots of manufacturing capacity in the district, and with what's happened over both the pandemic and with the situation in Ukraine right now, we are really coming to terms with the fact that we need to have more control over our supply chain. And so I think that the 17th district is well positioned for that. We've got the transportation with both the highways, trains, and the Mississippi River, and then, like I said, capacity with some of our manufacturing facilities.
Well, Angie, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. The primary is June 28th.
All right, and this whole interview will be on our website, ciproud.com.